What's good, everybody? It's Kinetic615 back for the final installment of, or at least the final game of the 2026 season in this Slow Sim Dynasty series. We are the Michigan Wolverines 2026. We've went 9-3 on the season, ranked number 13. Just missed the playoffs following the loss to our hated rival, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And now we are facing the 6-6 South Carolina Gamecocks in the ReliaQuest Bowl. Not going to be a long intro here since we don't have any recruiting to do or to go over. But just a reminder for everyone that's tuning in for the first time, this is a Slow Sim Dynasty. Slow Sim means you do not play the games. The emphasis is on team building, development, scheme, playbooks, all of that. And then you let the team run and see if they succeed, how good you are at team building. That is the game that we are playing. This is our second season with Coach Connor Stallions, who replaced Sharon Moore. We've went 9-3 in our first season, then topped it off with a Music City Bowl win. We went 9-3 in our second season, and now we go into the ReliaQuest Bowl. Our coaching staff consists of Connor Stallions as the head coach, PJ Fleck, former Minnesota head coach, as our offensive coordinator, and former Auburn Tigers defensive coordinator Connor Walker at defensive coordinator. Take a quick look at our roster and South Carolina's roster. Again, this is the second year of a dynasty. So just a quick rundown of our roster. Bryce Underwood starting at quarterback. He is backed up by the deepest quarterback room in the country, in my opinion, with JKS, CJ Carr, and Bryce Baker. At running back, we got Jordan Marshall, Hollywood Smothers, Micah Kaipana, and true freshmen Garrett Bruce and Diego Longoria. Fullback, John Volker, true freshman Kevin Trout. Wide receiver, we had one transfer in, Nick McMillan, who's a redshirt senior, along with returning sophomore Andrew Marsh. Senior, Samaj Morgan, and redshirt sophomore Marion Stewart. Tight end, Dorian Fleming, with converted tight end Jamar Browder, Brady Priestcorn, Hogan Hansen, Eli Owens, and Zach Marshall at tight end. At tackle, we got left tackle Blake Frazier, Andrew Babalola, Dorian Hundley, and Mike Wolf, our true freshman left tackles. At left guard, Ty Haywood, Brady Norton, Eric Cash, and Max Simonson. At center, Evan Link, Luke Hamilton, Lawrence Hattar, and Caden Strayhorn. Right guard, Nathan Afobe and Avery Gash, with true freshmen George Cherry and Frank Willett. At right tackle, Andrew Sprague, Jake Guarnera, true freshmen Ben Marcus, and Brian Jordan. On the defensive line, we've got two transfers anchoring the edges. Left edge, Marquise Lightfoot. Right edge, Samuel Okunlola. In rotation, we've got Devin Baxter, Nate Marshall, and Lugard Edekpaye. We also have true freshman Brenton Brooks. Interior D-line, we've got returning Trey Pierce and Travis Moten, but we also moved a few of the guys from the edge last season. Etta, Cam Brandt, Ted Hammond, and Dom Nichols inside. We moved Brandon Hillman from safety down to Sam linebacker, along with Chase Taylor and true freshman Cameron Booth. Kyle Lewis transferred in from Pitt, along with Troy Bowles in the middle. Converted safety Jacob Oden, and returning sophomore Zach Ludwig, with true freshman Cordell Carver. Will linebacker, we got Cole Sullivan, Nathaniel Owusu-Boateng, Rashad Edmonds, true freshman, and Taylor Kiernan, true freshman. Cornerbacks, we've got Jair Hill, Josiah Edmond, Jaden Sanders, Shamari Earls, Mason Curtis, and Tevis Metcalf all returned, along with a pair of five-star true freshmen Patrick Hemphill and Deontay Liggins. At free safety, we have Ohio State transfer Jalen McClain, along with Xander Grant, and at strong safety, we had the return of Keon Sabb, TJ Metcalf, and Jordan Young. True freshman kicker Otis Beck, Brett Sykes, our junior punter. And actually, I am going to do something here. I'm going to take off everybody's red shirts who have not played in 4 games already. Oh, did I not put any on? Have I not applied? Did I decide not to apply red shirts yet? I guess I didn't. Okay. Well, in that case, we might see some young guys get into this game. There's none that we need to be worried about. So, might see some young guys get into this game if we happen to be in control late in the game to get some reps. Let's see. We can look at our team schedule. So how we got to our 9-3 record, we had a blowout shutout win against Western Michigan to start the season. A win against top 5 team at the time, Oklahoma Sooners. Defeated UTEP, came out of the bye, had a second half collapse against Indiana. Bounced back with wins over Iowa and Penn State at home, and then a big win on the road at Oregon. Then we lost the next week to Minnesota in a very unexpected loss. UCLA bounced back with a double overtime win at home, and then trounced our little brother Michigan State, and then followed that up with a big win on the road over Rutgers, only to lose by 10 points on the road at Ohio State to finish the season, which knocked us out of playoff contention and into the ReliaQuest Bowl. So we are ranked number 13 in the country. We finished number 4 in the Big Ten. We did have some All-Americans. National first-team All-Americans, Andrew Babalola, Andrew Sprague, Marquise Lightfoot, Cam Brandt, Brandon Hillman, and TJ Metcalf. Second-team National All-Americans, Dorian Fleming and Keon Sabb. National Freshman All-Americans, Andrew Babalola. And for Big Ten All-Americans, first team, we had Dorian Fleming, Andrew Babalola, Andrew Sprague, Marquise Lightfoot, Cam Brandt, Brandon Hillman, TJ Metcalf. Second team, Hollywood Smothers, Blake Frazier, Evan Link, Jair Hill, Keon Sabb. And freshman Big Ten honors, Jamar Browder, Andrew Babalola, Ty Haywood, Caden Strayhorn, Avery Gash, and Otis Beck. Let's compare the two teams. So you already saw our team. Let's look at who South Carolina has in year 2. This is the team we will be playing in the ReliaQuest Bowl here shortly. Quarterback, they've got redshirt junior, Lenore Sellers, 95 overall, Alan Dragos, Keldrick Luster, Walter Taylor, Cornell Willis. Starting running back, Isaiah Augustov, senior running back, backed up by Jawarn Howell, Richard Allen, John Capastanon, Eric Pettis, and Josh Ebero. Wide receivers, they got the senior Nick Harbor as wide receiver 1. On the opposite him, it's Brian Rowe Jr., Lex Cyrus, Robert Umenyora, Ryan Niblett, Jordan Gidron, and Jaden Sellers. Is that Lenore Sellers' brother? Looks like it is. They're both from Florence, South Carolina. I didn't know that. Tight end, Michael Smith, Harry Lodge, Maurice Brown II, Evan Poticher, and Mike Tyler. Offensive line, Johnny Williams and Peyton Kirkland at left tackle. Left guard, Brandon Best, Cameron Griffin at left guard. Centers, Ryan Brubaker and Boaz Stanley. Right guard, Chase Swigert and Demarius Wentz. Right tackle, Jatavius Shivers and Cedric Surratt Jr. Left edge, Kylan Basley, Jalen Brown, Antoine Whitaker. Right edge, Dylan Stewart, who's there for his junior year. Kabi Sakipra and Nate Fong. I probably butchered that name, I apologize. Interior D-line, Xavion Hardy, RJ Moss Jr., Troy Pikes. Sam linebacker, Andrew Hines. Mike linebacker, J.R. Johnson and A.J. Holloway. Will linebacker, Donovan Darden. At cornerbacks, they've got the returning Brandon Sissy, Vicari Swain. Those are two really good corners. Javarius Sims, Dexter Ricks, Kyron Chambers, Dwight Boodle, Luke Evans. At safeties, we got Ryan Nolan, DeMarcus Leach, Jalen Kilgore. That's a good one. And then kicker, he's got a redshirt junior kicker, Peyton Argent, and punter, Mason Love. All right, let's jump into the game. We are using our custom playbooks. They're not cheese, they're legit schemes, as I've went over multiple times on previous videos. Let's go with the white and maize. Let's jump into it.
Glad to have you with us from Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, as we are set for a showdown in the ReliaQuest Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up.
Alright, I normally do some commentary here, guys, and I will, but I need to step away from the console for a minute.
Kickoff team out
So
there,
enjoy the
ready
start
to
of the
tee
game.
it up and get this bowl game underway. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So South Carolina's offense will go to work first. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before. That's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Caught near the sticks. It's Harbor. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Gamecocks are on the move. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He finds a dead spot in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup.
All right, sorry about that, guys. I'm back. All right, so South Carolina's got the ball 2nd and 10 on Michigan's 29-yard line, first drive of the game. Screen pass to the running back, caught, spins around a defender, tackled down at the 19-yard line. It'll be 3rd and inches for South Carolina. And the North Sellers is going to attempt a sneak here.
Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10.
Shotgun now, takes a snap, hands it off to the running back. Running back runs up the middle. And only a yard on the gain. It's going to be 2nd and 9 for South Carolina.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Pistol now, 3 receivers. Hands it to the running back. Up the middle, met by Okunlola. Only a yard, Augusto. It's going to be 3rd and 8. Shotgun now, 3 receivers, tight formation.
12th play coming up on 3rd down.
Drops back to throw. Pocket collapsing. Sellers takes off. Gets across the first down line. Met at the 3. Tackled at the 2. It'll be 1st and goal.
And the Gamecocks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal.
Hands it off Augusto. Met in the backfield. Tackle at the 3. 2nd and goal.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire.
Drops back to throw under pressure. Screen pass to the running back. It's caught, but he loses another 2 yards. Tackled at the 5. 3rd and goal, South Carolina. Sellers and shotgun for receivers.
They'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal.
Quick pass over the middle. It's caught short of the goal line. Got it back to the 2 where this series started. And now it's going to be 4th and goal. They'll send out the kicker for a chip shot from the hash mark. And it's good. The Gamecocks get the first points of the game. And we have an injury for a Michigan player. Couldn't tell who it was though.
Put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather.
Michigan takes the kickoff in the end zone, brings it out. Micah Kapana spins around a defender at the 20. Taken down at the 21. And Bryce will come out to the 21 to start the first drive of the game.
Michigan's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard?
Bryce Underwood in shotgun, empty backfield. First play of the game for Michigan. Fires over the middle. It's incomplete, knocked out on the hit. Dorian Fleming, the target, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now, 3 receivers, bunch tight right, hands it to Marshall. Marshall runs left, jukes a defender at the first down line, up the sideline. Stiff arms a defender at the 40, keeps going, nobody around him. Jordan Marshall with the big time run for a touchdown to put Michigan up on South Carolina by 4. Jordan Marshall, who made his name 2 years earlier in the ReliaQuest Bowl against Alabama, does it again here. Just a nice inside zone run, gets through the line, makes a defender miss, jukes another defender, gets a hands in his face from the safety at the opponent's 40-yard line, and just stiff arms him down, keeps running completely unbothered the rest of the way for the touchdown run. Jordan Marshall. True freshman Otis Beck out for the extra point. He almost got blocked, but he did get it up, and it's good. Michigan takes a 7-3 lead. Here's the kickoff. South Carolina in their end zone, brings it out. Cuts back right, gets it back to the 15-yard line, taken down. Niblett. Now Sellers in shotgun. 3 receivers, changing the play. Takes a half step forward, moves the receiver right to left, drops back to throw, fires right, and it's knocked out by the hit, Jair Hill. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Now Sellers in pistol, 2 tight ends on the line, 1 receiver to either side. Drops back to throw, fires over the middle, caught, tight end, tackled at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10, South Carolina. Sellers in shotgun, now 3 receivers. Hands it off to the running back. Augusta, loss of 2, tackled in the backfield. 2nd and 12 for the Game Chickens. Shotgun now, 3 receivers. Dropping back to throw, pocket collapsing, fires as he gets hit, and it's intercepted by Michigan. Shamari Earls, number 2 cornerback for the Wolverines. Sellers threw it into double coverage, and Shamari Earls gets up and over the receiver to snatch it out of the air, and now he's going to get some turnover buffs. Sellers hit as he throws.
So here comes the
makes the pass just a little bit off target, just a little short, and Shamari Earl is able to get up and snatch that away from the receiver. Now Bryce with a quick throw to the sideline, caught by McMillan, only a gain of 3. And shotgun now, Underwood, 3 receivers. Drops back to throw, quick pass over the middle, caught, smothers, spins around the defender, gets the first down, tackled at the 38-yard line. Shotgun now, tight formation, 1 receiver out wide left. Fakes the handoff, play action. Passes to McMillan on the little underneath drag route. Only a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8 for Michigan. Bryson in shotgun now, 3 receivers, bunch tight left. Hands it to Marshall, runs up the middle, jukes left, jukes another defender, gets across the first down line. Tackled at the 23, 1st and 10 Michigan. 1 receiver out wide right, 3 tight ends on the line. Underwood and shotgun, Marshall the tailback, and the quarter expires. No snap of the ball. That'll be the first quarter. Michigan up 7-3.
So first down here as they go back to
Now Underwood and shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 tight ends on the line.
to the air.
Drops back to throw. Blitz by South Carolina. Bryce steps up in the pocket. Throws on the run. Nick McMillan catch. Tackled at the 6-yard line. First and goal, Michigan. Shotgun now. Single tailback Marshall. 3 tight ends on the line. 1 receiver
And the
left.
tight end in motion.
Tight end in motion. Prescorn. Hands it to Marshall. Marshall runs up the middle.
He pushes
Gets it to the 2-yard line. Second and goal. Underwood under center now. I formation. 2 tight ends.
Second and goal.
1 receiver left.
Tries
Hands it
again
off
to
Marshall.
get
Marshall leaps over the defender into the end zone. Touchdown Michigan. Jordan Marshall with his 2nd touchdown of the game, and Michigan goes up 14-3.
Running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Getting set for the point after.
Otis Beck out for the extra point.
And the extra point makes
It's good.
it 14-3.
14-3 Michigan.
Drive covered 55 yards for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3.
2nd and 3 for South Carolina.
In the hurry up.
Their own 28-yard line. Shotgun now. 1 tight end on the line. 3 receivers. Sellers with the snap. Quick RPO pass. Caught on the slant route. Gets across the 40. Taken down at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 South Carolina.
They get to the line quickly.
Nice job by the quarterback.
Shotgun
Seeing
now.
the receiver come over,
Blitz by
getting him
Michigan.
the football, making the first
Sellers
down.
over the
And
middle.
they like to
Hits the
do this.
receiver in the hands. Knocked out on the hit. Jordan Young with the knockout.
Can't hold on.
And it'll be 2nd and 10 South Carolina. Sellers in shotgun now. 3 receivers. Single tailback. Draws back to throw. Dumps it off to the running back out of the backfield. Caught. Gain of 7. It'll be 3rd and 3. South Carolina hurrying back to the line. Shotgun. 1 tight end on the line. Hands it to the running back. No, keeps it himself. Sellers tucking and running. First down. Across the 40. Jukes a defender. 35-yard line. Knocked out. And we've got an injury. Michigan cornerback Josiah Edmond holding his shoulder.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gamecocks are flying down the field. Looking downfield on first down.
Sellers looking to throw. Dumps it off to the sideline. Caught by the running back.
And just a
5-yard
short
gain.
save
2nd and
pass
5
play
South
to get on the
Carolina.
field. Trying to get a rhythm in the
Hurrying
passing
back to the
game now
line.
on
Sellers
second
in
down.
pistol. 3 receivers.
Wants to go up top.
Pocket collapsing. Sellers scrambling. Dumps it off to the running back. Caught over the
He
middle.
makes the tackle at
First
the
down,
23
and Sellers goes over 100 yards on the day.
Had enough for the first down.
1st and 10 South Carolina. Fakes the handoff. RPO pass to the sideline. Caught. Gain of 6. 2nd and 4.
Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Sellers in shotgun trying to hurry his team back to the line. Get him in position. Drops back to throw. Tries to scramble. Throws on the run. Back corner of the end zone. Nearly intercepted by Jair Hill, but he drops it. Incomplete. 3rd and 4.
And the Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert
Empty
on
backfield
3rd
for
and
Sellers.
short.
Drops back to throw. Fires right. Hits the receiver in the hands. Dropped. Incomplete. 4th and 4. And the Gamecocks are going to go for it. Empty backfield for Sellers. Shotgun now. 5 receivers.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
Tucks it. Keeps it himself. Gets it.
Outside the pocket.
Throws on the run. And the receiver drops it. That's going to be a turnover on downs on the failed 4th down attempt. And Michigan is going to take over. Bryce comes out in pistol. Fakes the handoff. Play action. Fires to Stewart on the outside. Only a gain of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 8. Underwood and shotgun. 5 receivers. Empty backfield. Looking to throw. Fires down the right sideline. One-on-one coverage. Nick McMillan, and he's covered. Looked like he was covered by Sissy. Incomplete pass, knocked down by the defender. Now Bryce drops back to throw. Fires on the run down the left sideline. Andrew Marsh, it's caught. Tackled at the 39-yard line for a huge gain for Michigan. First down, Wolverines.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
Bryce Underwood started to tuck it and run. Noticed that Andrew Marsh had gotten a step on his defender and just off balance threw it down the sideline where only Andrew Marsh could get it for the huge first down. Now Underwood hurrying back to the line, I formation, wing. McMillan spread out wide to the right. Andrew Marsh lined up on the line like a tight end. Now he's changing the play, moving people around. McMillan goes left, Dorian Fleming and Andrew Marsh on the right side, hands it to the running back, gets around the left side, and Hollywood Smothers, gain of 3, it'll be 2nd and 7 for Michigan. On their opponent's 36-yard line, Underwood and shotgun, 3 receivers bunched tight right, 1 wide left. Drops back to throw, under pressure, screen pass to Marshall, he has room, gets a block across the first down line, met at the 26-yard line by a defender and taken down, 1st and 10 Michigan. Shotgun now, single back, receiver spread left. Tight end motions out, hands it off to Marshall. Marshall up the center, gets across the first down. Another great run by Marshall, who's now over 100 yards, 112 to be exact, on 5 carries. Underwood and pistol now, single tailback Marshall. Hands it to Marshall. Marshall through the middle of the line, jukes a defender. Another first down run by Marshall, and he's down at the 2-yard line, 1st and goal Michigan. Shotgun for Bryce. Hollywood Smothers the tailback. Hands it off to Smothers on the draw play. It developed way too slow, and he got tackled in the backfield for a loss at the 5. Underwood under center now. Wing formation, tight ends on the line. Hands it to Marshall. Marshall running around the left edge. Met by a defender, Ryan Nolan. No gain on the play, 3rd and goal. Now in shotgun, slot right, 3 receivers. Looking for an open receiver. Dumps it off to McMillan. Caught, but it's short of the touchdown. It'll be from the 3-yard line. They're going to send out the true freshman kicker Beck from the right hash mark. Chip shot is good. Michigan increases their lead to 14. Michigan stalled out in the red zone, could not punch it in, and settles for the field goal.
Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive
shotgun now. Sellers keeps it. Tries to run with it. Only gets a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Shotgun. 3 receivers. Sellers with 1 tailback. Hands it off to Augusto. Runs up the middle. Gets across the first down line. Met at the 31. Tackled down for a first down. Pistol now for Sellers. 2 receivers. Drops back to throw. Underneath to the running back. Shakes off a defender. Gets across midfield. Knocked out of bounds at the 47. 1st and 10 South Carolina. Michigan calls a timeout.
They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st
shotgun now. Receiver in motion. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Sellers met in the backfield for a loss of 3, and that's going to be the 2-minute warning.
Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. 2nd down.
Sellers drops back to throw, fires over the middle. Caught. 1st down. Tackled at the 32, Michael Smith. Gamecocks in Michigan territory now. Shotgun for Sellers. 3 receivers.
Wants to throw on 1st down.
Looking to throw. Fires right. Underneath. Caught. Nick Harbor evades a tackle. Gets around the edge. Has a blocker and runs in for the touchdown. Cutting Michigan's lead to 7.
Touchdown, man. That should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive.
Michigan takes the kick at the 3-yard line. Micah Kapana on the return gets it back to the 20.
Dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Grabbed in the middle, it's Stewart. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
And shotgun now, tight formation, fakes the handoff, play action, fires over the middle. Hits Andrew Marsh in the hands. The defender knocks it out. And it's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 Michigan. Again, tight formation, shotgun for Underwood. Drops back. Quick pass over underneath. Caught by Fleming. Gain of 6. It'll be 3rd and 4. 30 seconds left in the half. Michigan trying to hurry. Tight formation. 3 receivers bunch right, 1 left. Bryce looking to throw. Fires over the middle. Knocked out by the defender. Fleming the target. It's going to be 4th and 4. Michigan's not going to risk it. They're going to punt.
Trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now
kick is taken at the 27-yard line. No fair catch. Returns it back to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for South Carolina. 16 seconds left on the clock. All 3 timeouts.
How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw on 1st down.
Fires over the middle, into double coverage, knocked down by Xander Grant. It's going to be 2nd and 10, 12 seconds on the clock. Sellers with the snap, looking to throw, tucks it and run, trying to buy time, throws it away, incomplete, 3rd and 10. Empty backfield now for Sellers, and what you got to assume is going to be a Hail Mary of some type. 3rd and 10. Sellers, buying time, dumps it off underneath. Smith caught, gain of 5. It'll be 4th and 5. And now we'll go to halftime.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, 2 quarters in the books in the ReliaQuest Bowl. A couple of teams who have battled their way here, looking to bring home some hardware for the trophy case. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the ReliaQuest Bowl.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And they got it done in the first half, but the job
quick pass to Nick McMillan by Bryce. Gets up the edge across the 1st down line. Tackled at the 39-yard line.
That applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things in that first half. Need some more big plays here to get this double.
Under center, 3 tight ends, hands it to the running back, Marshall. Tries to split the middle of the line, gains only 2, 2nd and 8.
So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
In pistol, Underwood looking to throw. Quick pass over the middle. Fleming caught over the defender. Taken down at the 30-yard line into opponent territory. 1st and 10 Michigan.
Wolverines will hustle to the line. Making great decisions. That's what all of the
Under center now, 3 tight ends. Marshall the tailback. Hands it off to Marshall up the middle. Gain of 4, and we've got a timeout. We've got 2 injuries. Both Andrew Sprague and Jordan Marshall from Michigan will come out for the next play. That'll bring Jake Guarnera in on the right side of the line. It'll bring Hollywood Smothers in at tailback.
They're looking for an advantage in the running
Smothers with the handoff gets it back to the line. Nothing more. 3rd and 6. Empty backfield for Bryce. 3rd and 6 now. Michigan ball. Up 7. Drops back to throw. Blitz by South Carolina. Throws it. Targets Amarian Stewart, but it's knocked down by the defender. And they're going to send out the true freshman kicker, Otis Beck. This will be about a 43-yard kick. And it looks to be good. Michigan goes up by 3 more. 10-point lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here he comes from
South Carolina takes the kick from the 3.
and
Met by Jalen McClain at the 11. Norris Sellers comes out in shotgun. He'll take the snap from his own 5. Hands it off to the running back. Augusta gets through the line across the 20. First down, tackled at the 26-yard.
15-yard pickup. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26.
Sellers in shotgun now, 3 receivers. Hands it to Augusta on the sweep. Gain of 3 around the edge. It'll be 2nd and 7 for South Carolina.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get
Sellers takes the snap, hands it to the running back. Sweep to the left side. This time he's met in the backfield by Keon Sabb, the safety. Loss of yards back to the 24-yard line. 3rd and 11 for South Carolina.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. A strike down.
Pass over the middle.
Really good job.
Gets the first down.
Chunk of yardage and get it out to the
Taken down to the 39-yard line. 1st and 10.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo.
Quick pass over the middle. Smith gets it up the field across the 30, tackled at the 25.
Junior turning in a big play after the catch. And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there.
Shotgun now, Sellers dropping back to throw. Pass over the middle, caught. First down, tackled at the 5-yard line. 1st and goals, South Carolina. Tight end in motion, hands it to the run. No, keeps it. Sellers with the quarterback run. Tackled at the 4-yard line, and now we've got an injury timeout. South Carolina, Brandon Best favoring his left leg. It's going to be 2nd and goal for Sellers in shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 tight ends, hands it to the running back. Running back cuts up the middle. Met at the line, loss of 1 at the 3-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal. Sellers with an empty backfield. 4 receivers and a tight end. Drops back to throw. Under pressure. Shakes off the sack. Fires over the middle. It's caught by Nick Harbor for the touchdown. And now South Carolina is only down by 3 points following the extra point kick.
He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
The AT unit on the field. And with
Kick
the
is
extra
up.
point,
It's good.
every little bit counts as they get closer. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff
Marion
team.
Stewart on the
Everybody
return
staying
gets
in
it
their
back to the
lane,
16.
stopping at the 16. And here
Bryce
comes the
Underwood and
Michigan
pistol.
offense back on the field.
Hands it to the running back. Smothers tackled in the backfield for a loss of 3. 2nd and 13. Capana, the tailback. Hands it off. No gain on the play. 3rd and 13. Still haven't seen Jordan Marshall return to the game. Shotgun, Bryce Underwood fakes the handoff, keeps it. Quarterback run up the right sideline, gets across the first down. Jukes a defender at the 35, tackled at the 36. Ryan Nolan on the tackle. First down run by Bryce Underwood. Wolverines hurrying back to the line. Micah Capana, the tailback. Fleming, the tight end. 3 receivers, trips left. Quick pass to the wide receiver on the screen. McMillan up the sideline. Has some room. Nobody's around him. Across the 20, across the 10. Met at the 5, knocked out at the 3. 1st and goal, Michigan. Nick McMillan on the wide receiver screen.
Well, the offense is humming now, and you're seeing they can generate explosive plays in a variety of ways. They had the big run on the previous play. That time they're able to take a shot. Everything they're dialing up right now is working beautifully.
This defense might be
First and goal now for Michigan. Underwood under center.
First and goal.
Hands it to the running back.
He works his way in.
Volker lined up at tailback. Gets it to the 1, second and goal. I formation again. Hands it to Volker. Up the middle. This time he's going to lose a yard. It'll be third and goal from the 2. Bryce under center now. Single tailback. Michael Kalpana. 3 receivers left. 1 right. Tight formation. Fakes the handoff. It's an end around to Marsh. And he's met in the backfield for another loss. A loss of 5. All the way back to the 8. It'll be 4th and goal. And they'll send out the kicker. Beck with the kick. It's up. It's good. Michigan extends their lead to 6. And South Carolina will get the ball back with a chance to take the lead with a touchdown.
And your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the South Carolina
Sellers in shotgun, 3 receivers.
Man, what a
hands it to the running back on the screen. Met in the backfield by Jalen McClain for a loss. That's going to be a loss of 5, 2nd and 15 for South Carolina. Shotgun now, 3 receivers bunched right, 1 left. Sellers looking to throw down the right sideline. Caught. First down, knocked out at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 Gamecocks.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize.
Running back on the sweep.
And get ready to run some no-huddle.
Met in the backfield by Josiah Edmond, the cornerback. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11.
To throw, it's
Sellers drops back to throw. Dumps it off over the middle to the running back. Caught across midfield, tackled at the opponent's 44. 1st and 10 South Carolina.
The Gamecocks are on the move.
Fakes the handoff, RPO pass to the receiver. Smith with the catch. Gain of 6. It's 2nd and 4. Sellers goes over 300 yards for the game. Takes a snap, RPO pass out of the backfield, caught, 1st down, tackled at the 31, and that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. So much for getting the young guys in the game. This is a close one, only a 6-point game with South Carolina poised in position to take the lead at the start of the 4th quarter.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Lost to throw again.
Quick pass over the middle. Harbor caught.
Well,
2nd and 4.
How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an
Sellers in shotgun now, 4 receivers. Hands it off to the running back on a draw, up the middle. Sidesteps the defender, gets across the 1st down, across the 20, met at the 19, 1st and 10.
And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10.
Shotgun now, receiver in motion. Hands it off to the running back. Met in the backfield, no. Gets across the line for a yard. 2nd and 9.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Sellers in shotgun, 4 receivers. Keeps it himself. Option. Pitches it to the running back. Running back gets it down to the 10-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 1. Now the Gamecocks lining up for a QB sneak for the 1st down. He gets it. 1st and goal, Gamecocks. 8-yard line. Shotgun Sellers.
Looking for a man.
Looking to throw over the middle. Knocked out by the defender. 2nd and goal. Shotgun Sellers. 3 receivers. 4 receivers. Looking to throw into the end zone. And it's incomplete. I thought he had it, but he dropped it. Did not survive contact with the ground. Now we got Sellers in shotgun, empty backfield. Quick throw over the middle, and that's caught for a touchdown. And South Carolina will take the lead in the 4th quarter.
How about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Things have not gone the way they've planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quick completion to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. They'll run play action.
Play action pass by Bryce over the middle, caught. Dorian Fleming with the first down catch at midfield, 47-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Quick throw over the middle. Andrew Marsh caught across midfield. Gain of 6, second and 4.
Trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. The give on the
hands it to Smothers. Smothers, right side. Gets across the first down. New set of downs. Michigan, 1st and 10.
It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. Use the play fake. Now
play action. Dumps it off to McMillan. McMillan tries to spin. Doesn't get around him. Gets back to the line. 2nd and 10. But we've got an injured Gamecock, Jalen Brown.
So much speed in college football. So many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a
Underwood and
great
shotgun.
job reacting
3
to the
tight
throw,
ends on the
getting
line.
there in a
Smothers the
hurry,
tailback. We
making
still have
sure
not
he
seen
didn't get any
anything from
yards
Jordan
after that
Marshall.
catch.
Hands it to the running back on the counter. Smothers gets maybe a yard on the run. 3rd and 9. Shotgun for Underwood. 3 receivers bunched tight right, 1 tight left. Tight end goes in motion, right to left. Dorian Fleming. No, he's returning back to the right.
To throw, it's Underwood.
Underwood looking to throw and takes too long. Gets sacked by Dylan Stewart. He's going to be knocked back to the 48-yard line. It'll be 4th and 16. With only 5 minutes left to go in the game, that could have been a pivotal down. Michigan may be looking at losing this ReliaQuest Bowl game.
Great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Andrew Sprague got beat on that sack.
The Wolverines will line up.
Michigan will look to punt.
This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No opportunity to run it back as the
Punt goes out at the 17-yard line. South Carolina ball.
Ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
Drops back to throw. Sellers dumps it off to the right receiver on the boundary, or the running back on the boundary. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Hands it off, running up the right sideline. Breaks the tackle across midfield. Taken down at the 42 for a new set of downs.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option play.
Sellers with the RPO pass to Harbor. Caught, gets a first down. Running the clock down, under 3 minutes left to go. 1st and 10, South Carolina on the opponent's 30-yard line. Shotgun, 4 receivers. Quick RPO pass, caught. Michael Smith with the catch, now over 100 yards. Michigan takes a timeout. It'll be 2nd and 2 for the South Carolina with a 1-point lead. Just under 3 minutes left in the game. Hands it off to the running back up the middle. First down. Continuing, still going. Knocked down at the 5. Augusta and South Carolina's in scoring position to put this game away.
Uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. To the air, it's Sellers.
Cross back to throw. Fires to the receiver on the boundary.
Puts it out in the flat.
Loss of yards down to back to the 8. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Defense completely owning the front.
4 receivers. Sellers keeps it. Quarterback run. And he fumbles it. He fumbles it, and it's recovered by Michigan. Brandon Hillman picks it up at the 5-yard line and running it all the way back for a scoop and score. And Michigan will take the lead. South Carolina on the 8-yard line. Goal to go. With just over 2 minutes left, Lenore Sellers keeps it on the read option, fumbles it. It's picked up by Brandon Hillman. No flags on the play. He runs it back for a touchdown for Michigan to take the lead. Are they going to review it?
The turnover, and then you take it all the way to the end zone.
Brandon Hillman getting some turnover buffs. It does not look like it's going to be reviewed. Now Bryce Underwood out on the field for a 2-point conversion here. Drops back to throw. Running back screen. Hollywood Smothers. Tackled short. No good on the 2-point conversion. It's a 5-point game. Michigan with the kickoff. 2 minutes left to go in the game. South Carolina takes the kick at the 2. Spins around a defender. Gets it back to the 16-yard line. Sellers comes out in shotgun, now down by 5 with just over 2 minutes left to go in the game. 3 receivers, takes the handoff, play action, dumps it off to the receiver, Smith. Gets it to the 26-yard line, and South Carolina is going to use a timeout. Why did they use a timeout? They literally had the 2-minute warning coming up. South Carolina has 2 timeouts left, 2nd and inches. Hands it to the running back, runs it right, gets through the line, up the sideline, tackled in the open field, just shy of midfield at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10, South Carolina, 2-minute warning, 2 minutes left to go in the game, 2 timeouts remaining. Receiver goes in motion, Sellers drops back to pass, fires right, incomplete, receiver dropped it. 2nd and 10 now, under 2 minutes to go. 3 receivers bunched tight left, 1 wide right, Sellers drops back to pass, quick pass to the boundary. Caught by Harbor on the sideline, steps out immediately at the 50-yard line. 3rd and 3, South Carolina. Shotgun now, 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Sellers looking to throw, blitz by Michigan, fires over the middle, caught by Harbor. Tackled at the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. South Carolina down by 5, driving almost in scoring position. 34-yard line. Drops back to throw. Quick pass over the middle. Smith drops the pass, incomplete. 2nd and 10. A minute and 26 seconds left on the clock. Sellers in shotgun. 3 receivers. Looking to throw. Under pressure. Lightfoot passes to the sideline. Broken up by TJ Metcalf. It'll be 3rd and 10. Empty backfield now for Sellers. 3 receivers, 2 tight ends.
From the gun, wants to pass.
Fires over the middle. Caught. Tackled at the 9-yard line, 1st and goal for South Carolina.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game, and I expect nothing to change whatsoever.
Michigan's defense might be losing this game for them. Same formation, empty backfield, Sellers.
Close game, tight game. I'm rolling with
tucks it to run, scrambling, fires over the middle. It's almost intercepted by McLean. Incomplete though, 2nd and goal. Play action pass. Dumps it off to the running back. Caught. Tackled at the 6-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal for South Carolina. 37 seconds. Clock still running. 4 receivers. Sellers looking to throw. Fires. Open receiver. End zone. Touchdown South Carolina. And they take the lead with 30 seconds left on the clock.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game. Under a minute. Score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and give me one more stop.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the
extra point is good. It's a 3-point game.
There of 84 yards. Now to make sure this kickoff
or 2-point game, excuse me.
31
seconds for Michigan and Bryce Underwood to drive with one timeout left. Amarian Stewart returns the kick to the 18-yard line.
To be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line.
Drops back to throw. Underwood scrambling and takes a sack. Forces Michigan to use their final timeout. 2nd and 14 from their own 14-yard line. Empty backfield for Underwood. Drops back to throw. Scrambling and again takes a sack. Running around in the pocket like a chicken with his head cut off, takes back-to-back sacks in a game-time situation, and again, just throws it away. 4th and 17 now. Underwood completely melting down on this final drive. Again, just happy feet, doesn't know what he's doing, and just an errant pass for nothing. Turn it over on downs to lose the game. What is Bryce Underwood doing?
And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Scoreboard operator got to work out.
Complete meltdown by Bryce Underwood to end that game.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, and now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many points, especially when your offense does their job.
And we see a lot of games like this in college football when both offenses are just trading blows back and forth, and it just comes down to which defense can get a stop. And unfortunately for the losing team, they just were not able to get it done.
And with that, the season comes to a close for these two teams. Another bowl game is all wrapped up, and we are finished as well. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, thanking our entire crew and thanking you for being with us for another presentation.
All right, that's the final game of the season.
Football. We'll see you next season.
Michigan loses 31-29 to South Carolina in the ReliaQuest Bowl. South Carolina had 31 first downs to Michigan's 16. That's the tale right there. Total offense 566 to Michigan's 375. 83 plays to Michigan's 48. Yards per play, Michigan had 7.8 to South Carolina's 6.8. Run game, Michigan was 24 for 137, 2 touchdowns and a 5.7 average. South Carolina 31 carries for 156 and 5-yard average. In the passing game, Michigan also had the edge. 17 of 24 for 238 yards, no touchdowns, 9.9 average. Sellers, 36 of 52, 4 touchdowns, 410 yards. Third down conversions, South Carolina 11 for 14, 78%. Michigan 3 for 9, 33%. Fourth down conversions, both teams had 1 and failed. 2-point conversions, Michigan failed on their only attempt. Red zone percentage, Michigan was at 60%, South Carolina 50%. Michigan won the turnover battle, 0 turnovers of their own. South Carolina had 1 fumble, 1 interception. Punt return yards, South Carolina had 7, Michigan 0. Kick return, South Carolina 104 to Michigan 90. Total yards, 677 to Michigan's 465. Punts, Michigan 35-yard punt average. No penalties from either team. 27 minutes of possession to Michigan's 20.49. Michigan's individual player stats. Bryce, 17 of 24, 238 yards with a QB rating of 154 and a completion percentage of 70%. Rushing yards. Jordan Marshall, 9 carries, 129 yards, 2 touchdowns. Smothers, 7 for 4. Underwood, 4 for 9. Volker, 2 for 1. Andrew Marsh, 1 for -6. Micah Kalpana, 1 for no gain. Receiving yardage. Nick McMillan, 7 catches, 99 yards. Dorian Fleming, 4 catches, 56 yards. Amarian Stewart, 2 for 12. Andrew Marsh, 2 for 47. Hollywood Smothers, 1 for 14. And Jordan Marshall, 1 for 10. Blocking. We had 3 sacks given up by offensive linemen. Nathan Afobe, Andrew Sprague, Evan Link all gave up 1. On defense, our tackle leader was split 15 each for Jalen McClain and TJ Metcalf. TFLs were split between Okunlola and Saab. We had 0 sacks on the day. That's surprising. Shamari Earls with the lone interception. PBU's Jair Hill with 4. Forced fumble from Samuel Okunlola. That was the one that was picked up in return for a touchdown by Brandon Hillman. Kicking. Otis Beck, again, perfect from the field today. 3 of 3, and perfect 2 of 2 for extra points. All right, well, that's the game. We will finish out the bowl season, and then I'll do a separate video for the off season. And this is really just going to be to look at who moved where in the coaching staff. So let's go to bowl week 3. Go to bowl week 4. See who's playing for the Natty. Alright, so this year's national championship is Florida versus Georgia. Let's look at staff moves. We're looking at head coach only. Alright, so with the best to worst, or let's do worst to best. Alright, so Joe Harasmiek was fired from UMass. Joey Rowe was fired from Troy. Kirkpatrick fired from Colorado. Barry Odom was fired from Purdue, landed at UTEP. Dave Doran was fired from Georgia Tech, landed at Utah State. Francis Eaton fired from Missouri State, landed at Kennesaw State. Jeff Choate fired from Nevada, landed at Texas State. Philip Montgomery fired from Virginia Tech, landed at Colorado. Tony Gibson fired from Marshall. Von Luter hired from Liberty. Clint Fasano, new coach at South Carolina. Chester Humphreys, new coach at UMass. Carl Turbin, new coach at Rutgers. Timmy Turner, new coach at Marshall. Diego Fuentes, new coach at Western Michigan. Dion Tam, new coach at San Jose State. Tyree Page, new coach at Kentucky. Gene Johansson, new coach at Purdue. Greg Schiano left Rutgers to take the job at Vanderbilt. Terrence Hightop was fired from LSU, landed at Kansas State. James Corona is the new head coach at Missouri State. Jerry Mack left Kennesaw State to go to the NFL. He's actually a good coach. I have him as an offensive coordinator in one of my dynasties. Tim Cauty, new coach at Troy. Ken Niumatalolo was fired from San Jose State and landed at USF. Maurice Beatty, new head coach at Iowa State. Mark Stoops left Kentucky to take the open Arizona State job. Nico Benitez, new head coach at Louisiana Tech. Pat Kegler, new head coach at Nevada. Kyle Whittingham retired from Utah. G.J. Kinney was hired away from Texas State, took the job at Kansas. Matt Campbell left Iowa State to go to Cincinnati. Matt Rule was fired from Wisconsin, went to Toledo, which I think is funny because if you look a couple lines down, Jason Candle left Toledo to take the job that was open at Wisconsin for Matt Rule being fired, and then Toledo hired Matt Rule. So that's funny. Robert Brandt was fired from Penn State, went to Virginia Tech. Shane Beamer left the South Carolina job to take the LSU job. Jason Candle, as we previously stated, left Toledo to take the Wisconsin job. Chris Kleeman went from Kansas State back to Boise State. I'm sorry, not back to Boise State. Left the Kansas State job to take the Boise State job. Sonny Cumbie left Louisiana Tech to replace Kyle Whittingham at Utah. Kenny Dillingham left Arizona State to take the Georgia Tech job. Marcus Freeman was fired by Notre Dame, ended up taking the Penn State job. And Spencer Danielson left Boise State to take the open Notre Dame job that Marcus Freeman was fired from. So that's the coaching carousel. All right, guys, that's the episode for the ReliaQuest Bowl. The next episode I do may be tonight, might be at a later time, but it will be the off-season episode where we will go over players leaving. We will go over the transfer portal. So appreciate everyone tuning in. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Follow me everywhere on social media at Kinetic615. Please check out the GoFundMe link in the YouTube bio and also pinned at the top of my X profile. Be kind to everyone out there, guys. Enjoy sports and rivalry, but be respectful. And until next time, guys, as always, it's Skull Vikes and Go Blue.